everybody, welcome. Today we're gonna make this adorable gnome wreath using felt and yarn and a few other supplies. In your bag, you should have your yarn, a ring, wire, 2 pieces of felt, a sage green or some sort of a green for leaves, and then another color for the hat, a cone, and raffia, and a little button nose. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're gonna do is take our raffia and we are going to tie it onto the ring. So I want you to take the raffia, find 2 ends and half it. So it's like this. We're gonna put the loop underneath the ring, your raffia underneath the ring. So the loop is at the top and the 2 open sides are down here. And we're gonna attach it by taking those 2 together and pushing them through the loop, and that attaches it to the ring. Now, let's just go ahead and tie a little knot up here so you can have a little hanger. I just tied a little knot. You can choose to cut these so they're not so scraggly. You could even tie a bow with your raffia if you wanted at the top, because this could just hang based on the wreath too. All right, one of the things that's gonna take you a while will be to trace this pattern onto the green, but I'm gonna show you a little shortcut that you can do, and you can see how I've created my leaves so quickly. So I took my piece of felt, and I'll demonstrate on this one. I cut it in half actually, so I made 2 halves. This is one of the halves. And instead of me tracing every single one, I'm just folding it. And then on the fold part, I'm trimming a circle. And then coming in tight. So it kind of looks like a little teardrop. But when I open it, it's 2 halves. So you wanna make these in various sizes, and I think like 10 to 14 is a good amount. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna make 11, it looks like. So again, I'm folding it, and this is just a little tip if you don't wanna trace every single one. And you take a good pair of scissors and cut round, and then come down. Yeah. Oops. Opens up like that. So again, if I half it, and I'm gonna trace it so you guys can see the shape that I'm making. I'm making kind of a teardrop. Can you see that? Open it up. Okay, so I've got a bunch of those. I would say anywhere from 10 to 14 would be a great amount to have cut. All right, next thing with your felt. Peel any tags off, we don't need those. Now let's take our cone, and we wanna cover the cone to make the hat of the gnome. And what you could do is put your hat in the corner here, and when you roll it, let's see. I think that'll cover the entire hat. It's a little trick that I do. Put it up the top, start on the side. If I take my pen and I touch it right here, and as I roll it, I follow that edge. Let's see how that turns out. I want to get a better pair of scissors. It helps when you have a good pair of scissors to cut the felt. Okay. And now when I roll this on here, looky there. Fits perfect. Okay, now I want to hot glue it. If you wanted to, you could put a little touch of double-sided tape on one edge. This just helps stick it there. If you don't want to use a hot glue gun, you could even use tacky glue if you wanted. Put it at the edge. Oops. Let's do that over again. I'm going to make sure the top of my cone is at the tippy top. So the top of my cone is up here at the top. And then I will roll the cone. And felt does have a little stretch to it, so you can stretch it if you need to, just over. And we can tuck in the excess. So when you're cutting yours, you might want to cut it just a little bit bigger. Mine's a little bit snug here. I'm going to go ahead and take a little hot glue. And really pull it over. It does have a little bit of give. And then I'm pulling it down too, so I can cover that little edge. Okay. And this will be the back side, so it's not going to matter that much. And I have my little gnome hat. Okay. I do have a little excess right here, which I'm just going to take a little bit of hot glue and put it right along the inside here, so I can tuck that up. Finish off his hat. Ta-da! Okay. Now let's learn how to make a tassel. There, we've got our little cone. Now for the tassel part, you can take, actually if you have your piece of paper, and this could work really great, or you could take your ring and wrap it around your ring, but this is a little wiggly. But you could wrap it around your ring. See this? Round, 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 round. And we're using our ring as a tool right now. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna cut off about 8 inches and then you will pull it off of your ring. And lay this on top of that. And let's tie this around the top. This is actually how you make a tassel. And we're gonna knot it. Okay? So you have your loops and you've just knotted one end. The long end is where we are going to go through the center with our scissors and give it a snap. And guess what? That's how you create a little tassel. Okay, now I want to give it a little haircut. Actually, you don't have to because a gnome's beard can be crazy. But we're going to take this part right here and we're just gonna hot glue it up inside the head. All right? So you could actually just take some hot glue around in there and then just stuff the top part of that head up in there and then let it dry. Okay, that's just gonna take a few minutes, but I wanna, it's just grabbing onto the sides. All of that yarn is just grabbing onto the sides in there. Got a few other things to do with that beard in a moment. Let's go over to our eucalyptus leaves right here. And this piece of wire that you have, what I want you to do is take your eucalyptus leaves and place one by one on the wire. And you can do either double-sided tape or a little hot glue and just a little dab and then fold your leaf over. And what you're going to create is this little vine. Okay. I have all different sizes, so I'm going to do another one. This time I'll flip it over the other way. Well, I guess it's going to have a mind of its own and go whichever way it wants to. All right, I'm going to leave a couple of leaves out just in case I need to use those somewhere else if I need to fill in some spaces. So I'm just gonna leave those behind. Next, I will take this and I can actually start twisting it around the ring to make it look like a vine. And I'm just working it and twisting it, going inside and out, just looping it around. And so it's starting to look like little leaves on a vine. I love it. It's really cute like this. And the green, actually, the green stem looks like a little vine. It's perfect. Twisting it all the way around. So cute. Ta-da! You guys can see that. Oh, I love it. We can add these if we see fit, if we're missing some, even hot glue it to the ring if we want, but I am loving how this is looking. Okay, now for our little gnome. This part is probably, actually this part will take the longest. We are going to undo and unwind if you would like to, but this does make his beard look fuller. If you take each one of these and I'm untwisting each one, and it looks like curly beard. So you can see the difference between the two, right? This one's straight and this one's curly. So whether you want straight or curly hair, this will just really make your gnome's beard look nice and full. I've even seen people take brushes, like there's a little wire brush that you could brush out the yarn with to make it look really full and bushy too. But just take your time, talk to your neighbor, talk to your friends as you're doing this, and watch the beard come alive. And then your next step will be to hot glue your little gnome onto, oh, it's already starting to happen. I love these little curls. I'm gonna continue doing this, and when I'm almost done, I'll come back and show you how to apply the nose, okay? We'll take a short little break. Okay guys, I have unwound a lot of his beard. I could actually do a little bit more, but I wanted to finish up and show y'all what to do. So the nose, it's very important that you attach the nose just right up against the hat. So I'm just gonna put a dab of glue right up there, and then carefully put his little nose like on the tip of the hat. I should probably bring it down just a smidge without burning myself. There we go. It just looks better like that and in his beard after you've brushed it all out. Okay, now the next step, I'm going to half, maybe pull about a third of the beard back, so most of it's on the front side. And then I'm going to sandwich it, like sandwich him over with his beard, right? So half's on that side, half's on this side. But he likes to flop around a lot, so I want him to really sit on this wreath. So I'm gonna put hot glue on the side here to attach the hat and to that leaf. That leaf works perfectly right there. So hopefully I can get him to sit right there so he doesn't move around a lot. He's a little top heavy and likes to go back and forth. But once you get him on the wall, he should sit just fine. Okay, and there we have it. You can put a little glue on the other side. If you want to, maybe you can creatively even take some leaves and put around him so it kind of props him up too and sets him up right. I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue. And this leaf is gonna look a little bit different, but it'll make it interesting too. And so all the leaves aren't perfectly the same. I'm gonna do a little leaf on this side of him as well. Hopefully help him stay upright while trying not to glue him to the table. There we go. All right, and then once I hang him on the wall, he should be perfectly fine. All right, let's go to the front view, Mel. He's still a little wet, but I wanted you guys to see. Oh, there we go. Look at the cute little gnome wreath. Just need to work on his beard, I think, a little bit more. Thanks, you guys, for joining us, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye.